Hello, and welcome to the fifth part of this beginner's Python tutorial series. In this video, we will be learning how to receive input from the user and convert that input into different data types. If you find this video helpful, make sure to hit like and subscribe since it helps my channel to grow. And without further ado, let's get started. Here I have opened a blank file in Visual Studio Code, and I will start by saving it as input.py. To get input from the user in Python, we literally type input, followed by a pair of parentheses as it is a function. If I now save the script and run it by opening the integrated terminal and then running python of input.py, it looks like nothing has happened, but now you will be able to type and see what you are typing appear in the terminal. Once you hit enter, the program will exit. To make it more user-friendly, let's add some instructions within the parentheses. In this case, I'll say enter your name, colon, and space. If I save and run the script again, you will now see that it prompts us for our name. I can type practical programming and hit enter and the script will exit. Currently, as we are not saving the input anywhere, it ends up lost and useless the moment the user hits enter. To use input, we can store it in a variable using the syntax variable name is equal to the input, and then inside of the input parentheses we can put a prompt. Remember from last week that when we assign a variable to a function, we are actually assigning it what the function returns, which in this case is what the user typed. Now in our script, at the start of the script, I will say name is equal to the input, enter your name. Underneath that, let's greet the user saying print hello and then plus name. We can now save and run the script. I'll put practical programming again. And you will see that it says hello followed by the user's input. Since name is technically just a placeholder for this function, I could replace name in the print function with this line, save it and run it. And you will see that it still works. You may have noticed a trade-off here between the amount of code that we write and how easy it is to understand what the code does. In the original version, it took 2 lines to write the code, but it was very easy to understand that we were greeting the user. In this version, the script is only 1 line long, but it is harder to understand. When writing code, this is a balance that you will have to find for yourself, as you want to be writing as little as possible, but also make sure your code is easy to understand. In this case, I will revert it back to how it was before, as I think it makes more sense that way. Now instead of greeting a user, let's gather information about several people, such as their name, age, and favorite color, and then print those to the screen. I'll delete the print statement for now, and then add another input below for the age, so this will be age is equal to input enter your age. After this, I will create another input, which will be stored in a variable called color, and this will be equal to input enter your favorite color. With this information, I will now say print name plus is plus age plus years old. Their favorite color is plus color. We have seen this syntax before, albeit with more simple examples, which allows us to print variables to the screen. However, there is a cleaner way to do this using formatted strings, or f-strings as they are called in Python. To turn this into an f-string, let's instead write print f to tell Python that this will be a formatted string, and then name in curly braces is age in curly braces years old. Their favorite color is, and then color in curly braces. I will delete the original print statement now. This may look cryptic at first glance, but all an f-string does is replace curly braces with the value of whatever is inside them. In this case, the value of our variables. Let's save and run the code to test it out. As you can see, it says practical programming is 1000 years old. Their favorite color is red. One issue I have with this code is that we can type anything when we are prompted for our age, including a string. Age should be an integer, not a string. So to change it, we can say age is equal to int age to convert it into an integer. Or we can more simply put an int in front of the input and then remember to wrap the whole thing in parentheses. Now if we try to enter a non-integer into the age, you will see that we receive an error. We will edit the script to keep prompting the user for their age until a valid input is passed in the future, but for now I will leave it as is. Now let's get information about another person. To do this, I could simply select all of the text here, copy it, and then paste it again. And now we can get information about 2 people. For 3 people, we can do the exact same thing, but you'll have noticed that the code is becoming very hard to read. When you find yourself copying and pasting, it is often a sign that there is probably a better way to design your code, and in this case, we could use a function. Let's cut our code back down to the first 4 lines, and then turn that into a function, which I will call def print person info. Now we can just call print person info, and this will get information about 1 person. If we want to get information about 2 people, I can simply copy and paste that line. And the same thing for 3, 4, or as many people as we want to. Since we are copying and pasting this line again, you may have caught on that there is a better way to do this, and we will look at what that better way is in the next video. That's the end of this tutorial. In the next one, we will learn about different types of loops in Python. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.